Welcome back. In this part of our lesson, we are going to try and authenticate our application, Ionic application, using a Laravel package called Passport. But before we do anything, let's go into our environment variable and change the database name to Laravel inside our Laravel project. Yeah, because that's what we specified in the Vagrant configuration, the home state. So now that we've done that, let's take a look at this package, passport package. It helps us to authenticate our APIs in Laravel. It's very easy to install and configure. So let's copy the command to install, and let's go over to inside our Laravel project and install it. Well, so that's it. We've installed the package. Let's do some stuff. So inside our configuration, the auth config, let's change the API driver to passport. And yeah, that's it. Let's go back to the documentation, see what else we should do. All right, so we have to add a trait. I think the has API token straight to our user model. So let's copy the path to it. Let's go into our app user model. Let's paste it here. All right, let's add it to our traits, and that's it. We have it. Now let's go back. Let's see what else we should do. Okay, so we are supposed to add a route. We are supposed to register it so that we get all the routes available, so we can communicate with the project and authenticate our Ionic application. So we've added it. All right, so we added it to the auth service provider, which is located in our providers in the app directory. Now we see we've already added the passport driver to the API section, which should be done. So that's it. Now let's migrate. Let's do a PHP artisan migrate, so we can create all the tables necessary. So it creates the users table and the others, the passport tables, and now there is one thing we have to do so that we can create our token and stuff. We have to generate some keys. So PHP artisan passport keys, we generate some keys for us, which will be used to create our client APIs and stuff. Client token, sorry. So to create a password client, we use the PHP artisan passport client dash password and provide a name. Then we get a client ID, and then we get a client secret, which we will use. Now, I developed a little package called Laravel Passport, which I'll be updating every now and then. Currently, all it does is it allows us to log in into a Laravel server, which has a passport configured. So let's install it in our Ionic application. Please note, we are installing this in our Ionic application. And then we will go into our app module, and then no, not the routing module. Let's go into our app module and import this the module from the package that we just installed, and then use it. We're going to configure it. Actually, we will pass in some stuff like the client ID and the client secrets that we generated, which will allow us to authenticate. We'll pass that. We will also pass the API route, that's the website route that we want to communicate with, which is the Laravel website or server. So now that we've imported it, the module, now let's do for root, and then let's put in our configuration stuff. So the API root, what is it? Well, Laravel dot test. Yep. So let's copy and let's go and paste it. Let's remove the slash, yeah, at the end. Now let's add the client ID, which I think is 1. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's 1. And then let's copy the secrets right here. Let's go back and let's put the 1 there. Now the client secret, let's paste it. All right, let me do some formatting here so that the errors we are getting will leave. Okay, a little formatting here and there. Okay, so now that we've added the module and configured it, added the configuration stuff, we can now do our authentication. But before then, we have to do a little setup here and there before we can authenticate or log in. So let's go ahead. So we're going to generate a page which we will use as in a modal. So login page. I think I made a mistake. I shouldn't have added the page. I should have just used just login. So let me add this and delete the other one that I created. Yeah. So note this. This is a default behavior in Ionic 4. So yeah, we see that in our app routing module, we can see it there. Let's change this to login. All right. So now we can go and create our modal, but first let's save it and view how it's going to look like. All right. So let's go to the beta documentation. That's the Ionic 4 documentation. And let's check out some helpful docs on the modal so we can easily integrate. So we go to the modal controller. Where is it? Okay, yeah. Now let's look at the modal rather. Yeah. So here we have already made code for us that we can just copy and paste. So let's copy the first one. That's yep. Let's go into our homepage inside the class, homepage class. Copy the import of the modal controller and paste it up there. And let's go back and copy the constructor as well, and also the function that has been created automatically there for us. And we will just change some few stuff. So we're going to, instead of the one that came, we're going to use the login page here. Let's change the name to open login modal. Yeah, think that's nice. Let's remove this one as well. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's create a button that we will tap or click in order to open the modal. So we're going to call it the wallet open. Just login will fine. So click will fire the function. Let's go and copy the name. Yeah, open login modal. Let's paste it here. Okay, sorry. All right, so that's it. That's a pretty nice one. Let's go and see. Yep. Yeah, we're getting some errors. We're getting some errors. Seems like yeah, we should add it to our entries something something. Okay, let's go back to our project and let's try something here. Let's add it to our declaration and let's also add it to the entry component inside our home.module file, because it is from the home that we are trying to open it. Yeah, it's not working, so we import it there. Okay, I think that's good. It's nice. Let's go and do some stuff in the login page. We're going to add some buttons that we can use to close the modal. So let's head over here in the documentation. Let's look for the toolbar. Toolbar. Okay. And then let's look for some buttons that we can copy and paste. Okay, let's copy this and let's change some stuff. So okay, so that's it. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, yeah, we have the button there. So let's go and then change it. All right, so let's remove the fill. Let's change this to close, and let's remove the star. We should have a pretty nice close button. Yep, that's it. So let's go ahead and implement the function. Let's go into the login. Let's paste the modal controller. Let's copy the constructor from this portion as well. Let's go back to the login and paste it here. All right, so we can just implement a close function and say maybe this dot modal controller dot dismiss. Yeah, let's go into our login HTML and add it here. Yeah, so click event should fire that function, close, and it should work as expected. Login, close, login, close. It's working. That's nice. Okay, now let's do some stuff. Let's try and add some import some form stuff so we can add a form. So first of all, we're going to import a form builder which we will use to build a form. So form builder small, okay, type form builder, right? let's what else? Think a form group. Yeah, I think, yeah, a form group is also call it user. Yeah, that's it. And inside it, you're going to initialize the form group by creating a group using the form builder. Okay, so let's do this dot user. Then we're going to assign the group to it. So call the group function on the form builder. Let's pass it the expected values. So the first one is going to be email. Then the second one will be a password. And we're going to add a validator. So in the validator, validators dot required. So it's required. All right. Then the password too is going to be required. So let's add that as well. All right. That's working. What else? What else? What else? Let's go to the login page and let's try to build our form. So form, let's remove the action. Let's add a form group here. Let's assign it the user that we created in our class. And then ng submit, we will fire the login function, which we will implement later. And inside we're going to add some ion items, which will contain some labels and some inputs. That is for email and also for password. So ion label, and let's add the. We're going to make our ion label float. Yeah. How are we going to do that? Let me finish with this and then. Okay, so all right. Let's add a position. Let's make it floating. Yeah, so we're going to get a nice floating thing. And the inputs, we're going to call the form control name as email. We're going to give the type of email. That's pretty neat. Copy and paste and change it for password as well. Okay, yep, that's nice. Let's add a button. So ion button, gonna expand it to full, and then gonna give a color of danger. Let's give it a label, login, and also a type of submit, so that it will call the engine submit function up there. Okay, that's pretty neat. All right. Yeah, one thing. Let's disable it if the form is invalid. So if user dot valid is not, yeah, it's not. That is if it's not valid. Okay, let's do a text center on our login. Let's give it a color, nice color primary on the toolbar. Okay, I think that's it. Now let's try and implement our login function. So now here we will have to use the Laravel passport module that we installed earlier. So as I told you, something little that I've created on and published on npm. I'll be updating it later to have a lot of features, nice ones that you can easily drop into your Ionic project and use. Okay, all right. Let's do some formatting here as well. All right. All right. So there's the Laravel passport service dot login with email and password. We're gonna provide it. You're gonna pass the email and password to it. So how do we access the email and password from our form? Let's try and get all the values. So what you do is the user form group that we created up there. Yeah, we will get when you type this dot user dot value, it gives you all the values inside that form group. So we're going to use a user, a constant user here, something local here. Then this dot user dot value. So we get both the email and password. Then we can just use user dot email, reference it here. Then user dot password, and that's it. And it returns on the unobservable. So you're gonna subscribe, and then check for response. We will log it. Check for errors and log it as well. And check for, and then when it's completed, we will also log that it has been completed. Okay, let's format it. Move some white spaces and yeah. All right. So that's it. Let's check it out. We are getting errors. Wow, Angular errors. It seems like the form group on the form is not being recognized. How do we solve this? Well, let's go to the Angular documentation page and see whether we are doing everything right. So from the documentation page, yeah, let's see. Let's type and then, okay, all right. Reactive forms, yes, that's what we are using. So, okay, yeah, seems like we are doing everything right. That's what we typed. Let's check it. Uh, yeah, we did that. So what exactly is the problem? The form control name too is right. Yeah, let's. Yes, we're supposed to import something, a module that is a reactive form module. So let's import it. Yep, that. So let's import it in our login page as part of the imports. And let's see if it works. I don't think it will work. Let's go back. Let's check it out. And yeah, it didn't work. I'm having a feeling we are doing something wrong. Let's check the documentation and see if still we omitted something. Nope. All right. I think let's save it again. Cancel and save the project again. Let's close everything. Mm, and check check it out again. Let's check our code. See, we are doing something wrong. We're not doing anything wrong here. Everything is intact. Let's check here as well. All right. It's finished building. Let's check it, and still we're getting the error. Okay. Think I know what the problem is. Because we did not we imported the login page into our home page, into the entry and the declarations. We have to actually do it here, not the because we're not using the module of the login anywhere. So let's do it in the home. Aha. So that's it. That's it. It's working now. Yep, it's working. It's working. So that was the configuration in the console there. So let's try and do some login here. Let's type an email and password and then login. We are getting some cause error. So let's try and fix that in our Laravel project. Yeah. Check the network and yeah, that's it. So let's search for a package, a Laravel package for course, so we can be allowed to use the APIs. Okay, let's see what do we have here in Google. First one, nah, let's use this one rather. These guys have some nice packages for Laravel. Yeah, check check that one out. Let's copy the composer install require stuff. Let's try and require it or install it. Let's copy this and also go into our kernel and paste it there inside our middlewares. So HTTP kernel middleware. Yep, let's add it there. That's it. Nice one. And we will have to publish the configuration for the course later after it has been installed. So let's copy this ahead of time. Let's go. And then getting some errors. Let's install it in our yeah, inside our Visual Studio Code. Maybe that will work. Yeah. Okay, so now let's copy and then publish the course. Okay, yeah, now we have it inside our config. Yeah, course. And that's it, yeah. So we are allowing all origins. That's it, pretty neat. Let's go back and let's do the login again. And yeah, so here we've been told that we are not authorized to. It's like, yeah, the user does not exist. Let's open it and see the message well. The credentials incorrect. So let's create a user. Let's go to our page. That's larayon.test, and let's create a user. We will later look at how to create a user from our Ionic by using an API. But for now, let's just quickly create a user here on our website. Yep, that's it. And let's go back and log in again, and that's it. Now we have our stuff. We have the access token, we have the other stuff, and the package does a pretty nice thing for us. It adds it to the local storage, so we can access it, and it also comes with some function to access every part of it for us. So I think that's it. This is a very very nice one.